Alright, here we go with the next stage. We have all the pieces cut for our Bimini top. Here's the Bimini skin. We have the two zipper pouches for the intermediate pole, the two zipper pouches for the primary and secondary pole, and our 4-inch valance. This will be forward and aft, and it'll give us a place to attach our zippers for the enclosure. I put them on every Bimini except the power boats. The power boats don't want the valance on the front. You'll see what that looks like. So we'll go ahead and get some tape going and get things together. Alright, sorry, the editing is going to be with the pause button today. I gotta try and stay ahead of the quote. So the first thing we're going to do is take the Bimini and we're going to tape it right on the edge. And I like to take my seam ripper and really mash the glue down into the fabric. And then we're going to take our valance and we're going to glue the valance down. So we'll get that done. Alright, so we've got the valance piece glued down. And again, I go over it with the Sailrite ruler or the stitch ripper and really mash that glue in so that it stays put. So then the next piece would be the zipper piece itself. And because this piece was half together like the Bimini was, I want those seams to match in the middle. The ends can be run out. I don't care what happens out at the end. But I want this seam visually pleasing to be lined up in the middle. So I'm going to peel the tape here in the middle, go out both ways, so that this seam matches in the middle. So we'll go ahead and get that stuck down. Okay, we have the zipper pouch stuck down with the valance in the middle. And again, this is looking at the inside of the pouch. We have the bow and the bow. The seams are lining up. I'm going to sew this down first, and then I'm going to go back and burn this edge. It'll be inside the pocket, but it will fray and make a big old mess, so we just like things to be nice and clean. So I'll go ahead and burn that after it's sewed. I'm going to sew it on the Consew double needle. But of course your Sailrite's going to work just fine. You can take 2 passes, it's redundant, but again, we just, in this shop, everything is overkill. The best materials that can be used on the best machines he can buy. That's just the way he is. So we'll go ahead and get this sewed together, and then we'll flip it around and do the other side. Did want to mention these valance pieces on the end. Just let them run long for now. We'll trim them out later on. So just let them run long, about 4 inches long on both sides. Alright, we finished the ends, and now I've rolled it up so that the inside or the bottom is facing up. So this is the bottom of the cover. And this line is the line from the intermediate pole. So, and the pole will be pushing that way. So as the pole would sit, the pole's on this side of the line. So I kind of want my stitches to be right under the pole. So when I glue this down, and again I've taped the outside, this is the outside, and I'll stick it down just this side of the line. And then sew that down. And we'll do that with the double stitch. Alright, here we go. We've gotten this far with we've got all the zipper pockets sewn on. So then we go ahead and turn them right side out. And there's our valance. And I like to go ahead and crease these down right on the stitch. Now what we'll do is, with that crease down, we're going to go ahead and peel the tape and stick that zipper down with this whole assembly being flat. and there will be enough room in there for the pole. So we'll do that on both sides. We'll get the ends glued down. Alright, this is a little hard to show, to try and do it and film it at the same time. So we described a line. This is where the valance hangs off the end. We're looking at the top, and take this line from the end of the from the side of the bimini and continue it on about halfway down the valance, and then turn the corner around to make it match up with the horizontal. It took quite a while to get this, how to do it right. On this, again, on this one, it's so splayed open. This is a really gradual line, but normally you get about halfway and then turn a sharp corner. So that's how we trim the valance piece. And then we'll run binding around the whole circumference of it. There we go. Alright, when we're dealing with the intermediate pouches in the middle, we can't glue them flat because you'd never get the zipper started. So on your best judgment, and of course I start in the middle because this has got a crown to it. And the inside corners are not the favorite of zippers. So I just picture in my mind's eye the 1-inch pole. That's 7/8, but we'll say a 1-inch pole. So just give it a little bit of room. And of course we're going to have some wrinkles in the zipper because we're going around a crown. But again, we don't want to pull it flat. I do want a bit of a puff there for the pole to sit in. And then we'll sew that down. And then we will be ready to go around the outside with binding. Then it'll be ready for the boat. There we go. A massive 13-foot bimini on this beautiful Cobalt. And of course everything is zippered, so if it ever gets a hole or a tear or foul weather is coming, they can unzip it and stow it. There we go. We'll continue with the screen enclosure.